mean, happy to get this game, under our belt. You can play the scrimmage and the exhibition, but until you get real live action and a big, good crowd and a WCC opponent, I think it was good for us. I think we'll get a lot out of it. Overly, I just feel like, okay, it was, we won the game. We did what we needed to do. We had the game in doubles for the majority of the second half and kind of controlled it there. But we shot way too many threes early in the first half, too many quick ones too, and then the turnovers, were a problem today, which has been a little different. We haven't really seen that yet, so we'll take a look at those and see how we can make some adjustments. Pleased with our defense, though. We turned them over 21 times, and they're a different team with how they really look for the three-point shots, so we had to focus on that a lot. Just open it up for questions.
So do you think there were some first game jitters, and that's why I saw the turnovers and the missed threes?
Some of it was. I think our best ones come off driving kicks, and some of them were just early before there were any passes. So the success rate on those type of shots are not great unless you're really in a good rhythm on offense and have a lot of momentum, and then those type of shots tend to go in. I think we took a lot of long ones and early. So just got to get back to what we're doing in our other two games that we played in terms of moving the ball a little better, on the offensive end.
Do you think playing in front of more people is maybe a factor? Guys are a little bit amped up or whatever?
Yeah, I'm sure regardless of playing the exhibition game or the close scrimmage, that there's still going to be some jitters. Guys are pretty juiced to play. I don't think anything that negative happened today except for like a stretch of 2 or 3 minutes late in the second half when our transition defense faltered, and we had to call timeout about that. Otherwise, it was not like an effort thing or how hard we competed. It was just just weren't as efficient as we need to be, especially on offense, and we just didn't make them work enough on defense, because we picked them up and we pressured them and forced them to into 21 turnovers, but we didn't make them work hard enough to guard us in possessions in set defense.
And do you feel that it was? How do you feel the communication defensively was? Because it seemed, obviously stretches, especially coming out of the locker room, that they really locked down. How do you feel the communication at least was on defense as the game went on? I
thought we had like 2 or 3 really elite defensive stops early in the second half, like where they were shooting the ball over the backboard and there was shot clock violations and things that were happening. So I thought we did a good job in those instances. But I think our offense was more the problem, tonight, especially early in the first half. It got better. We got into a better rhythm, I think, in the second half.
You must have had a lot of deflections. The first half, there was hands everywhere. It seems like that's maybe going to be a hallmark of what you can be this year.
I think so. It's got to be something that we hang our hat on defensively, just our activity and our depth. I think we're pretty deep, and I think we could stay fresh and keep fresh bodies on the court. So it was overall, it was a good experience today, and again, just with Marcus just getting back and he's had a few practices under his belt, so just for him to get those minutes, and he's had a lot of missed time in the preseason, and Mar had a little bit of a scary situation 2 days ago, and he didn't practice yesterday. He had a knee brace on today, if you noticed. But everything's fine, but just again, missing the practice the day before the game, I don't think he was quite where he's been throughout most of the preseason. So I think we got away with not playing great on offense and just playing good enough defense and playing hard.
Bobby, what were your takeaways from Alonzo's first game action?
I thought he was, he's doing a lot of things we've noticed, and just his activity, we could switch a lot of things with him, and he could stay in front of the dribbler very well, and he's a presence in the paint with his length and challenging shots, and he had some good moments on offense too. Hit a nice momentum three on the left wing in the second half. So he just brings a lot of versatility to our team, and the only negative was he had a couple of fouls, so we were dealing with some foul issues with him. But outside of that, I thought it was a great first start for him.
In terms of attacking the offensive glass, it seemed like Kamani and Enoch really had success there. What did you see that allowed for so much positive?
Yeah, I told the team, I said, Jemiah, great job. He had, sneaky good minutes, just because of his energy on defense and how, how good of an athlete, how hard he was playing that end of the floor. Couldn't really take him out a whole lot. And then, certainly Enoch, that little stretch he had in the second half when he rebounded a few times and finished. I think that's a good sign of things to come for him. It was a bad matchup, this team was, because of, they're more of a three-point shooting five-man. It was not a good defensive situation for Enoch, so I think he'll have more opportunity down the line. But Kamani too. Kamani was solid. Really, he's probably played it outside of maybe Gaffney, probably the best game of anyone with his just with the offensive rebounding. And I think he noticed we were missing, so he went and got it.
I know you weren't thrilled with your offense, but it seems like half your team can go in double figures on any given night. It's going to be hard for opponents to key on certain things.
Yeah, I mean, just to score 76, the way we played and the way we shot it, I think is a really good sign. I don't think there's going to be too many nights that Luther and Mariano are 1 for 11 from 3. I mean, that's not what I've been watching through the whole summer and fall. So, I think that there are some positives you could take from it, knowing that if we don't have our A game or even our B game, I don't know what letter you want to assign our offensive performance, but just how we competed, how we defended, how we got stops, turned them over. If your defense shows up and you got guys playing hard at that end, then you're going to give yourself a chance to win in nights like this.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys.